Good Sunday morning. You're watching Inside Texoma. I'm Kaylee Pfeifferling. On this episode of Inside Texoma, we are getting you back to school ready. Tomorrow is the big day for students here in the WFISD. First day of school is tomorrow. Hopefully you know that if you're a parent or a student out there. Ashley Thomas with the WFISD joins us this morning. Ashley, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What have you guys been doing the past couple weeks to prepare for tomorrow?
Well, this is an exciting time of the year for us in WFISD. Our teachers have been back for about 2 weeks now, about a week and a half, just getting their classrooms prepared, going through staff development across the district. So they're all ready for students tomorrow, and we're excited about the year. We're looking forward to, we have a lot of changes for this school year that we think are positive, and we're just going to really make it a great year for students and teachers.
Sure. Let's go over some of those changes that you're talking about. I know over the summer there's been a lot of construction at some of the schools, McNeil, Barwise. Go over some of the construction progress updates.
Okay, well, as part of the 2015 bond, we have additions to Barwise and McNeil. This will be the first year for 6th grade to only be at middle school. So there's no longer 6th grade at elementary. So we added on 6th grade wings at Barwise and McNeil, and they also got some changes to their cafeteria, making that bigger, their food service lines, kitchen. They have new locker rooms, some changes in the band halls, and so, but the biggest part is that 6th grade addition, and then also Kirby had some changes and renovations done over there. Okay. So students going back, if you were a student at any of those 3 middle schools last year, it's going to look a little bit different this year. Our construction crews have been working hard all summer long to get everything ready to go for the first day, and it should be all ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, I've seen them out there all summer working hard in the heat. And these changes are going to be something that I think the students are really going to like. You're going to notice it, and I think you're going to like it. Another change, start and stop times for the schools.
Yes, there was a change by the legislature regarding the number. We went from the number of days that students have to be at school. It was changed to minutes, and so with that, school start and stop times have changed a little bit for this year. It's not too big of a change. Some schools may have added 5-10 minutes to the end of the day, but for some schools that changes their dismissal procedures a little bit. So we have all of that information on our website. If parents have questions about what their school's start and stop times are, and then the teacher should be going over with parents what the dismissal procedures are so that parents are prepared and know exactly what time their child will be dismissed and how to pick them up after school, or what time buses will come if there's students who ride the bus.
Okay, and here's a look at the WFISD website right now. This is y'all's back to school page?
Yes, we have on our website a whole section about back to school information. So we encourage parents, if you have questions about anything regarding back to school, check out our website at wfisd.net, and it will give you all of our information. We also have an app now. It's new, and it's available through the Google Play or the App Store through Apple, and it also has all of that information on there and feeds from our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our website. So it's a great resource for parents, and they can choose which schools they want to get information from. And so as schools put out information, they can see that for their own student as well. So I would encourage parents to check that out, and it should be a great resource for parents to get information throughout the school year.
Yeah, that'll be really convenient. What should they look up in the App Store? Is it just WFISD?
Yes, if you just search WFISD, you'll see our district logo, and just download that app, and we will continue to make updates to it throughout the year. For parents who are used to getting our parent link phone messages, schools can also send notifications to that app, so you can get the notification straight to your phone through it's not a text message, but an app notification.
Right.
So
okay.
it's going to be a really good tool, and we're excited to be rolling this out for this school year.
Yeah, trying to keep up with the times.
Yes.
I understand how that is. And I know you also wanted to touch on registration.
Yes, we have a new registration system this year for parents that have been with the district. You're probably used to getting a whole stack of papers the first day of school to have to fill out for every child, and that is no longer the case, and we're very excited about that. You'll notice a big difference on the first night of your child coming home, because you won't have to fill out all that paperwork because we have our online registration system now. And if parents, we have been trying to get the information out to parents to go ahead and get that done, but if parents haven't done that yet for their child, we encourage you to go on and get that done as soon as possible so we can make sure we have the correct contact information for all children in our system, and those links can be found on the homepage of our district website.
All right, a lot to get excited for, as tomorrow morning is the big day. A lot of kids going to be waking up early, getting on their new school outfits, getting ready for the big day. Ashley, anything else that you want to add?
No, we're just excited about the school year. Our teachers have been working really hard to prepare, and so it's going to be a great year. But if parents ever have any questions, concerns, or anything that they need help with, they can contact me through our Community Relations Department with WFIC, and we are happy to help with anything they need.
All right, Ashley, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks.
When we come back, we're going to talk after-school programs with Campfire North Texas. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. We're getting you ready for back to school, and the first day of school is tomorrow. And I know a lot of working parents out there are thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my kids for after school programs? Well, don't worry. Miss Betty Ricks with Campfire North Texas is here. Miss Betty to the rescue, as usual. Miss Betty, tell us a little bit, for those who don't know, maybe the history about Campfire North Texas, because you guys have quite the history.
We have a long history. Campfire was organized in 1910 by Dr. Luther Halsey Gulick, and he's one of the founders of Boy Scouts. And the Boy Scouts were having a pageant, and the girls wanted something to do. And so that just kind of got that started, because there had never been a girls' organization like ours. So we started out as Campfire Girls. 1976, we started having boys in our program, and we have about 40 plus members, boys in our program now, because the program's just as good for boys as girls.
Sure.
And they have a really wonderful time. But I just think that history is really important. So we're kind of the sister organization of Boy Scouts, organized the same year, and we are 101 years old this year.
Wow.
And I think that is really exciting. We just organized in this local community in 1915 after they were organized in 1910 nationally. So we have a long history. A lot of wonderful people have been in this program through the years. In the past, it was a more traditional program where we had the volunteers that worked with the groups of kids. And that was great, and we're still doing that, by the way.
Okay.
And I want to say something about that a little bit later. But we do all these different kinds of programs for the children. And one of our main programs, of course, is the after-school program. It is our largest program. We served 1,107 in that program last year, and we served 100 to 150 children every afternoon. And you know, we do this at Harold Park, which I can't think of anything better than having a 16-acre park that we can have our programs and have lots of nature, outdoor environmental things. We have a swimming pool where all the children get to take swimming lessons in our day camp in the summer. We do lots of things out there, and the kids love to come. They can play on the playground equipment. We usually let them do that at least once a day for a little while. And then we also teach them things they need to know, life skills, things like that. They meet lots of new friends. It is a great program to be in. We have a staff of 13 that work in that after-school program. We have been having intensive training with them this week.
Okay.
We have done all kinds of things with them. We do CPR. We have a trooper come, and I sat in on that the other day, and I was amazed at all the things about drugs, and he's going to be teaching some of these things to the kids, all the things about that. But of course he was there to help our staff know how to drive those 12 vans and to be safe in those 12 vans that we own.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot to it. And then we have Connie, who's teaching a youth work method series to them, which is outstanding. It's from the Weichert Foundation.
Now, what ages are these camps for? Can any kid get into it?
5 years old through 6th grade for the after-school program.
Okay.
But our other programs, we can have them 3 years old through high school.
Okay.
Or really through 21 years of age is what we say. And we have a lot of high school kids that are volunteers for us, and we have a Teens in Action program for them, and they do mostly service to the community, which I think is a wonderful thing for them to learn.
Okay, and I don't think we mentioned this, but the vans you were talking about, are those the vans that go and pick up the kids from the schools?
Yes,
Okay.
we take all those vans every afternoon. Of course, we have a driver for each, and they go to the schools, and they pick up the children and bring them back to Harold Park. Now, the schools, as we have heard, have changed times a little bit, so we're having to change a little bit in that. But we are going, because of that, instead of taking them home at 5:30 or taking them back to the school, we're going to be taking them back at 6 o'clock, which will give us a little bit more time with them.
Right.
And so we're excited about that. Then we serve them a hot, nutritious meal because the food bank and the senior citizens cook it. And so we have and those are great meals. They really are for the kids. And if we take them skating or something and they don't get that meal that afternoon, they just get snacks, they miss it terribly.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure that they appreciate the hot meal there in the afternoon. The camp starts August 29th. Is there a deadline for them to register?
They need to be registered. If they want a T-shirt, they can get a T-shirt for $5 if they register by the 29th. Of course, they have to be registered before they get on our vans. And you can register online now at our website, which is really good.
Okay.
And our fees are $15 for the year, and $35, that's for an individual, and $35 for those parents who have 3 or more children. So the whole family can register for $35.
That seems like a really affordable price.
Oh, it really is for all they get to do.
Right.
Because we have family events. We invite the parents to a back-to-school party that we're going to have called Fall Family Fun Night. That's going to be the 29th, so people can get in at that time if they haven't registered already. So that's a real good opportunity for them. But come by the Campfire office at 2414 9th Street, call us, go to the website, just any way you can get us. We would love for you to get your children registered for this.
Yeah, and a lot of kids take advantage of this. If you haven't gotten your kids involved in any of the other programs, get them involved in this one, because it's really going to come in handy for you as a parent and for the child, because like you said, they not only have fun, but they get educational opportunities as well. They get a hot meal. I mean, what more could you ask?
I mean, what more could you ask? And we're going to start this the 29th. We're going to let the school start for a week.
Okay.
And then we're going to start our program. And if the weather permits, we're going to be swimming that week. So they get to swim the first week they come, and they will love that at our campfire pool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are really looking forward to that. We have the what I call the campfire out of school time, which is our traditional groups, and we want people to get involved in that too. And we'll be contacting, send forms through all the schools. By the way, we go to 18 schools here in Wichita Falls. We go to Tower and City View also, WFISD plus Tower and City View.
Okay.
And so we have a lot of kids coming to Campfire, and we want more. We want to have a real positive influence on their lives.
Sure. Well, there's a reason you guys have been around for so long, and it's because of the work that you do here in our community and with the kids. Betty, thanks for being here with us this morning.
Well, thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it.
Anytime. We love having you. When we come back, more on Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. I'm Kaylee Pfeifferling. We are getting you ready for the school year. We have Dr. Guidry here with us from Champions Clinic. Now, you may be wondering why we have a doctor here with us today. Well, we are talking about backpack safety. And Dr. Guidry, you're a chiropractor, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you see as far as kids coming in, problems with their spine or posture, maybe due to backpacks.
A lot of kids now with backpacks and having so many books in them, they've really started to have postural issues due to this. A lot of neck pain, back pain, headaches, even numbness and tingling in the arms. So it's really an issue with a lot of kids.
Would you say it's more geared towards younger kids or high school kids, or kids vary, the ages vary?
It really varies. I would say, as they start getting into later elementary, junior high, high school, it does become more of an issue with more heavy textbooks. So I usually urge my patients for their parents to check the textbooks or the backpacks at least once a week, because the bags, you can check it 1 week and clear out some of those books, and then before you know it, the end of the next week, it's weighed down again. So it's important to check the bag and the weight of it regularly.
What should the weight be? Is there an ideal weight?
Ideally, you don't want the bag to weigh more than 10% of your child's body weight. You start getting 15% over their body weight, and that's when we start to see issues. So 10% is ideal.
Would you say that the parents see it as more of a concern than the children? They're noticing the symptoms in their kids?
Definitely. It's definitely the parents that are seeing it.
Are they seeing slouching, that sort of thing, bad posture?
Slouching, noticing sometimes that even, one shoulder is higher than the other. It can even affect sometimes even their hips by the weight of the backpack pulling down on their back.
For treatment, if a child were to come in with these issues caused by a backpack, what would you recommend or what would you do?
Oftentimes I'll have them actually bring in their backpack so we can check it. We will look and see. Another important aspect is how they're loading their backpack. We want to make sure that they have the heaviest items towards the back of the backpack, closer to their back, and that they're utilizing all of the different compartments so that all of the weight is evenly distributed. And then, of course, we would do a spinal analysis and check their posture.
Okay. I don't know if this is still a trend, but it was when I was in high school. Kids wearing their backpacks really low on their back and not high. And I feel like that's maybe part of the issue.
Definitely. It needs to sit, no lower than 5 inches below the waist. And so a lot of times they'll sling it back, or they'll sling the backpack over one shoulder.
Right.
And we really want to make sure that they have that bag evenly distributed on both shoulders.
And what could this lead to later on in life? If a child in elementary school is carrying around a heavy backpack, it's hurting their spine, what could that lead to later in their teen years or early adult years?
Definitely, chronic headaches, like I said earlier, the numbness and tingling in the hands, rounded shoulders. We're seeing a lot of younger adults now with more of a hunchback, and it's those rounded shoulders. It just makes that stick out more. So just a lot of postural issues.
Right. It's something that could carry on for your whole life, really, which is kind of scary to think about.
Right. And the longer that they're wearing the backpack incorrectly, the longer it takes to, combat the effects of that. So the quicker we can get that under control and prevent it, the better off, obviously, you are.
Is there a certain kind of backpack that you recommend that parents get their children? Maybe one with more padding on it?
Definitely. Padding on the shoulders is great. Even one that has a lumbar support, one that has a hip belt is great. But the more padding, which the kids often don't like it, but the more padding you have, the better off you are.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but the trendy ones, the cool ones, might not have that padding. So, yeah, you might have to shop around a little bit for that. Dr. Guidry, anything else that you want to add that I maybe didn't ask or you want to say again?
Just when you're shopping, remember it's function over fashion. Definitely.
That's true. I like that. Where can parents get a hold of you if they have any questions or maybe want to come see you?
I'm always available at the office at Champions Clinic, and they can always call the office. It's 940-322-2400.
All right, some very important information for both parents and kids as we get ready to head back to school. Dr. Guidry, thanks for being here with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we're talking Southern fried comfort food. Yeah, you're going to want to stick around for this. We'll be right back on Inside Texoma. Okay, awesome. It wasn't that bad, right?
No,
I thought that was really
good.
good. That was really good.
Sometimes I like start getting really red, but you're
Welcome back to Inside Texoma. I'm Kaylee Pfeifferling. We have two very special guests joining us this morning. The first one I'm going to introduce you to is Josh Craig. He's the general manager over at Cotton Patch Cafe here in Wichita Falls. And Josh, I'm going to let you introduce the person standing next to you.
Thank you, Kaylee. This is Chicken Fried Freddy. He is our new official mascot for Cotton Patch, and he is actually what we're here to talk about today with our Chicken Fried Road Trip, along with some great new recipes we've got worked up for us.
All right, so Chicken Fried Road Trip, this just recently launched here at Cotton Patch
ma'am.
Cafe. Tell me what this is all about.
Well, first off, we want to talk about Chicken Fried Freddy, who's going to be traveling from store to store. 1 week he's going to be in Wichita Falls, next day he may be in Corsicana. Just you never know where he's going to pop up. So if you are a member of our e-club, we will be advertising that on there. I recommend signing up so you know when to expect him in your hometown store.
Perfect.
So as we're doing this Chicken Fried Road Trip, what we're doing with it is to kind of celebrate our chicken fried nation that we have going on. We have a different feature Monday through Friday. Each one's going to be a homemade fried recipe.
Okay.
Starting with Monday nights, we have our chicken fried steak or chicken fried chicken special, which is $7.99 for the full portion. You can get 2 sides with that.
Wow, okay.
Tuesday, yes, it's great.
That's a lot of
That's
food
pretty
for
good deal.
$7.99, yeah.
Tuesday, we do our chicken fried tenders, which is the 4 chicken tenders that we hand bread, serve it with French fries and your choice of sauce to dip it with. Wednesday, we're going to be doing our new chicken fried chicken sandwich, and this is an amazing recipe we've got going on here. We've got the fried chicken breast on a toasted bun with our homemade bacon mayonnaise.
Oh, wow.
Now that sounds.
That sounds good.
It's as good as it sounds.
Yeah.
Trust me. If you like bacon and you like mayonnaise, you're going to love it, okay? That comes served with French fries, unless you want to swap it out with a different side dish, but I recommend going with the fries there. Thursdays, we're going to be featuring our new fried mac and cheese sticks. This is another homemade recipe that I'm going to demonstrate for us here in just 1 second.
Yeah, these look good.
And then Friday is going to be the king of all. We're going to be bringing back our all-you-can-eat fried catfish.
Okay.
Which you get 2 sides with that, French fries, hush puppies, and all the fish you can eat. So that's something to be looking forward to.
I know that's usually really popular over there at y'all's
ma'am.
place. And I feel like we all love fried food, especially here in North Texas where we're at, which I love all these recipes. Are these recipes usually on y'all's menu, or did you just bring it on
No, ma'am.
for
We
this?
just brought them on
Okay.
for this. This just started this week. We'll be doing the chicken fried chicken sandwich, our homemade pecan pie, which I can't stop eating it, which is kind of a problem for you whenever you're in the restaurant. You have to, kind of watch what you're eating all the time. But and then we've got the cheese sticks also started in this week.
Okay. So after this road trip is over, will these items stay on the menu, or is this a limited offer?
As of right now, it's a limited offer, but you keep selling it, we keep making it. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and try and make some of these mac and cheese.
Okay.
Fried
Well, what we
sticks.
do is we start off with our made-from-scratch macaroni and cheese. We mix bacon and poblano peppers in it, and then we let it chill because you have to get a solid state on it, otherwise
Yeah, that
it's going to
makes
fall
sense.
apart.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're just going to lightly flour them.
And this is the same thing you guys do at the restaurant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
For every single order, it's every single one of them are handmade.
Perfect.
Okay. After we lightly flour it, we're going to put it in our batter.
And it looks like there's some spices in
Just
that,
a little
too.
bit of salt and pepper seasonings
Okay.
to go with that. Okay, and then we're going to top them off. This is what gives it the crunch, is our panko breadcrumbs. Really, really, really gets it a good.
Yeah. And usually
crunch
panko
with
breadcrumbs, they're more of a lighter type
Yes, ma'am.
type texture than other sort of breadcrumbs, which I like.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, mac and cheese is heavy as it is, so
Yes, ma'am.
it's a good.
So if you'll
Good
excuse me
coating,
for just
yep.
1 second, got to be careful with the.
Here, I'm going to trade you spots, actually.
That sounds
I'm going to come
wonderful,
over here
Kaylee.
by Chicken Fried Freddy.
We're going to set that in there, and you can hear that's ready to
Sizzling.
go.
I wish you guys could smell this too, because it not only looks good, but it smells good.
All right, we'll cover that in and take just a few minutes to cook on that.
Okay.
But what it does is you can see that it's lightly fried, perfectly crispy, and that cheese gets a good melt inside, and we serve it with our ranch dressing. Wonderful, wonderful appetizer.
I can only
We're-
imagine when you break that open, that macaroni and cheese.
Yes, ma'am.
Yum, sign me up. And let's go back to Chicken Fried Freddy over here. I don't want to leave you out, just standing over here. If people see him at the store in Wichita Falls, for example, that's going to be a big day for kids. He's going to be handing out things.
Absolutely. We're going to be having a bunch of kid coupons for free meals. Chicken Fried Freddy, he'll be handing them out. Come in, bring the kids with you, get pictures. Kids love to do this kind of stuff, and we love having it because we're a family restaurant. That's our main focus, is having mom, dad, and the kids in there. So bring them out, get a picture with Freddie. He'll be out here this Tuesday, and just come and have a good time with him.
All right, so look for he's hard to miss, really. But
last thing I want to throw in on there is school's fixing to start back. We understand everybody's busy. You've got time picking up the kids. Kids are doing after-school activities. So what we'd really like to do is let us take care of dinner for you. Come in, we'll fix it up to go, have it hot, fresh, and ready for you. Pick it up, and we'll send it home with you.
Yeah,
okay?
And we've been talking this whole Inside Texoma episode about back to school, and this is the kind of cooking I like, the kind where you just go get takeout
Yes, ma'am.
and pick
Yes,
it up
ma'am.
to go. Yeah, that's the kind of
we're
cooking
really
I
good
like
at
to do.
it, so.
Right. So if you're ever in a bind when the school starts back up again, which parents I know you're probably going to be in one at least once in the first week of school, think of Cotton Patch Cafe and think about all these recipes and take them home to go.
Absolutely.
How is this looking? Good.
We need just a second longer
Okay.
on it.
It's smoking. It's smelling
Yes,
good.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay.
Yeah. If you can just see that, it's a golden texture on that. Looks good. All right. So tell us where you guys are located out.
We're at 3201 Lawrence Road, right across from Walmart.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Keep that in mind. And look at that. Doesn't that look good? It makes you want to go get it right now, huh? All right, guys, thanks for joining me this morning. Chicken Fried Freddy, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching this episode of Inside Texoma. We'll see you back here next Sunday.